Oh, I don't want to read the title. Ian Somerhalder learned sex from watching his brother. Why can't you just watch porn like normal people, bro? All right, so I was reading this headline like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Like, I could have gone my whole life without knowing that. And here we are. Thank you, Ian. You know, like, earlier this week during an interview on Radio Andy with Andy Cohen, Ian talked about his sex life, and he shared when he was 13 years old, he had sex for the first time with a 16-year-old, which in normal terms means a predator. That's disgusting. They're like a junior having sex with an 8th grader. Like, that's gross. But then Ian also talked about how he learned about sex, saying this. I know this. Now listen, sweetheart. I know what you're thinking. Tefi, that's a long quote. Oh, but it's worth it, sweetheart. Ah, it's rich. Shall we? I had an older brother. My brother was 7 years older than me, so he taught me a lot, and he was quite a Casanova. And he used to have girls in his bedroom all the time. We get it. We get it. Okay. All my brother did was sex, and when he wasn't having sex, he was talking about sex because there were girls in her bedroom all the time. And with sex, when you're doing sex and you're my brother, you get a lot of sex. Wow. And what I did was I went in the bottom corner of his window and I pinched the Venetian blinds. Okay, we got it. You're bougie. The Venetian blinds. Okay, down, so I had a clear view, and then when he'd have girls over, I would run outside, and I would watch, and I learned a lot. That's not the only thing, he said. Give it to us, Julie. By the way, Louisiana gets cold in the wintertime. It's freezing. So I'd go outside and put on all my stuff. My mom would think I was going out to play with the dogs, but oh no! I would get some hot chocolate, like you do with any show, put on all my clothes, get my mittens up, go outside. We do what we have to do. This is the thing. Are we gonna deny that this man is not gorgeous? Like, he is so pretty. He's like the Vampire Diaries, Harry Styles. And I know because Molly won't stop watching Vampire Diaries and won't stop talking to me about it, and sometimes wears t-shirts that say Vampire Diaries to work. So I know all about Damon. Damon, yeah. I called him Damien one time and Molly almost threw a knife at me, okay? So I think he has, like, look at these baby blue eyes. Baby blue eyes, perfect wispy hair, but those baby blues? Like, I bet, you know, he's so pretty. I bet that his brother is so hot. Like, I can just imagine it, you know? Oh. A real lady slayer. Like, watching your brother fuck, that's disgusting. Like, I can just imagine his brother's girlfriend being like, there's someone watching us. He looks just like you, but hotter. But Ian, now that you've told us, we're all watching. Anyway, so I hate when men do this. Besides watch their brothers fuck other people. I hate when men just, like, ruin this crush for you. You know what I mean? Like, that moment on the date when your smile just... Or, like, when you're on the date and you block them while you're still on the date. Like, that kind of moment. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I've had that moment. Tefi, what moment? Julie, take me to the restaurant. Record scratches. I wonder how I bet you're wondering how I got here. Okay, guys. I've had so many of these moments. One of my top moments is I was dating this guy who was younger than me, and I love date convo. I love coming up with ways to, like, heighten a conversation, if you will, and maybe talk about feelings and dreams and aspirations and goals. Alas. So this is what happened. I go, hey, imagine you meet a genie or a very rich man, and he says, here's a plane ticket to anywhere. Rent's paid if you want to stay there for a while, whatever hotel you want to stay at, if you want to stay in an Airbnb, whatever you want, all yours, wherever the hell you want. I'll go first. And I was like, I know it's a little corny, but I know it's corny, I know, but I think I would still pick Paris, you know, like, I'd go to the cafes, I'd walk around, I'd go to the museums, like, I know, it's so corny. What about you? And he goes, I would go to Oregon. And I was like, Oregon? Is there an Oregon in Europe I don't know about? Like Paris, Texas, Paris, France. Is there something I don't know? And he goes, yeah, I'd go to Oregon because Nike Town, Nike headquarters are there. Oh, yes. Nike headquarters are there, and it's really cool. They have bars there, and I'm like, you're not even 21. You just hang out in Nike Town, huh? We got one at the mall. You just go over there. You know, and you know what that's the part that sucks? He wasn't even good in bed enough to be this dumb. You know what I'm talking about? Like, sometimes you can excuse it and, like, repress it. It was just terrible. And the worst part is when you tell your friends, like I was telling Molly and Jesse about it, and they were just like, oh, he would say that. I'm like, fuck! You know what I mean? Fuck! But some other things that men have said to me on dates that just ruins it for me. One, when men say they hate drama. And then what happens? You end up at their apartment and their girlfriend, that isn't their girlfriend, but is their girlfriend, throws a metal trash can through their window while you're in there. That's something that's happened to me. Oh, someone I met through Molly Brunk, Righty Producy, I went on a date with. I sit down, I haven't even put my jacket around the chair, and he's like, so I heard you don't talk to your dad anymore. You got any abandonment issues? Wow. Like, can we order an appetizer? Like, another time, this man, I picked him up, and he insisted on driving my car, and he insisted on parallel parking. I told him I can do it. He said, no, I can. He hit something, dented my bumper. I said, I'll just do it. I parallel parked perfectly. He looks at me, he goes, lucky try. Didn't pay for my fucking bumper, okay? A beautiful, luxurious Toyota Corolla. And one time, I was on a date with a man, and he told me he was more of a Rihanna fan now because Beyonce was just a little too chubby after her pregnancy. Wow. And I just, like, I could feel my vagina just so dry. You know? Another time, I went on a date with this guy. After a football game, he asked me how attached I was to working because he really wanted a stay-at-home wife. This was the first date. No. This was the first date. I'm like, I'm pretty attached to leaving right now. And then my biggest pet peeve of all, guys, if you have holes in your bedroom wall from a fight that you had with your parents in 10th grade, patch them up and run. Don't walk to therapy. Run. Run, Forrest, run. Okay? And of course, admitting that you learned sex from watching your brother fuck in Louisiana. All right, that was a lot. That was weird, that was a lot. Let's take a breather. All right, I heard flamingos in the chat. It's gonna be a great time. All right, I'll see you soon. Oh my God, are you doing something to your hair? Please keep watching me every weekday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be right here waiting for you with a lot of gossip to talk about. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. We talk so much shit about the Kardashians. It's a great time. I'll see you then.